are back.
So let us know what has been new with you. What's going on?
Oh my word!
It's been what 3 weeks since we seen you.
Oh, it's been longer than that.
Has it?
Yeah.
Okay,
Longer than that, hasn't it?
I don't know. I'm just gonna say 2 weeks.
Since we've talked. No.
Yeah.
No, we've talked since then.
We've talked since then, but since you've been on the show.
So I think my last show was the first week of December.
It was.
Yes, so it's been a month.
All right, so you're back. Let everyone know what's going on.
Back. Yes. Mm-hmm. Well, I think I've been doing like everybody else has been doing. Mm-hmm. Trying to enjoy the holidays. Mm-hmm. Trying to. Well, I don't make resolutions except maybe to drink more.
I know.
I don't say what, but I'm just saying maybe to drink more. That's probably about the only resolution that I've ever kept. Mm-hmm. So I don't really do. I don't do.
Why don't you do resolutions?
Because the reason why I don't do them is because throughout the year, I try to address what it is going on at the time I'm doing it.
Understand.
So, and I just believe for me personally, I just don't believe in trying to set myself up.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
No, like I said, once I found once I found to drink more. Mm-hmm. That was it for me. Because that entails everything. Mm-hmm. Whether we're talking water, whether we're talking an adult beverage. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Tea.
Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter. Mm-hmm. It's all encompassing.
That's right.
And it's a realistic goal.
And it's funny because this is the first year where I haven't set resolutions either. My whole thing has been very general where I'm just like, I just want to be better. And like you said, that could be anything. It could be better person, better spiritually, whatever.
But we all work on that every day. Mm-hmm. I think we try to be better.
Yeah. Yeah, we should.
Because that's part of the healing consultant is that you're just trying to be better.
I need you to swap these out. Hold on. Mm-hmm. I got you. Nope.
No.
You're good.
Okay. Distractor. Eminem dance. So we distracting.
Okay, there we go. All right.
Oh, these mine?
Yes, ma'am.
All righty.
Yes.
Yes. Woo. Yes.
Okay. All right. So it is Healing Wednesday. Let's get this show on the road because we do have a guest.
I know.
Which is exciting. Yes, she is. Yes, she is.
Wonderful.
So, should we invite our guest and give her an intro, and then we can do the messy letter and we can get right into it?
Oh, well, yes. I had to write mine down because y'all know I can't see. As y'all see, it's in bold letters. It is. Because that's what we're doing. I am not ashamed of it.
Oh, no, that's right.
Because some of us need readers. So
right here.
Big. Yeah.
I clearly do.
Well, most people, if you're around 40.
Yeah. I still
if you're around that age.
44.
That's when it started going. It does. Yeah. Because your lens, the concave of your lens, of your optic lens starts fading. Okay. Here we go. All right. Today, y'all. We have an incredible guest joining us on the Healing Consultant and TDS Radio. Mm-hmm. She is not only a powerful advocate for MS and for their community, but she's also an ambassador for the MS Foundation. And she understands this problem firsthand. She herself is living with it. And her journey is one that is of resilience, of self-discovery, and she is using her holistic journey with the Healing Consultant and with our products. Yes. And so because of that, I would like for her to join us and tell us about her healthcare journey and, of course, the products that she's using with the Healing Consultant. So without further ado, could we please welcome Miss Tara Schreider, who's going to be here to talk to us about her journey. Hello, dear. And inspire us all.
Where's she at?
Oh,
hi. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Hey.
Hi. Hello. Thank y'all so much for having me on here. I really appreciate it.
Oh. Can you hear Miss V?
I can hear.
Okay, you just can't.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I can't. It's okay.
Oh, Miss Tara, honey, could you please tell us about yourself and about a little bit about your journey?
Oh, absolutely. I'm My name is Tara Scheider. I'm from South Carolina, small town South Carolina called Walterboro. I was diagnosed with relapsing, remitting multiple sclerosis when I was 18 years old. So that was about 10 years ago. And it was a very, very like hit by like a freight train type of diagnosis because one, you don't really hear it being diagnosed at that young of an age. Not to mention where I live, not a lot of people who look like me who are diagnosed with that.
Mm-hmm.
But even starting back then, it was a lot of ups and downs, especially when it came to medications, came to different treatments, and going to different doctor appointments, MRI, and of course the dreaded lumbar puncture that you have to get in order to diagnose it was very uncomfortable, but in a way in its way it helped diagnose my illness. So yes.
Oh, that is such a inspiring journey that you've taken it, and at such a young age.
Yes.
To start it. Well, let me ask you something. I know that this journey has started since the time you were 18 years old. Can you talk to us about how you decided to kind of seek out a holistic way of incorporating that into your self-care journey thus far?
Of course. So I said, with being so many years being diagnosed, I had to try so much different options when it comes to nerve pain and different things and prescription pain medications, different topical things you get over the counter. Nothing would help, and I would always get the bad end of like the side effects. One pain medication caused me to get a stomach ulcer, which had to result in me getting treatment for that. So I just got tired of it. I was like, I need something else to help me with this pain because I can't just keep doing all this. So actually, like a few years ago, my brother actually said, well, sis, you tried CBD oil? I said, well, no, I haven't tried it because it's not really sold a lot in this town. And so the town I live in. So I was able to get some from him. And since then, I've been using it to help with my pain, especially within my legs and my arms. It has helped so much, way more than the pain medications that are being prescribed by doctors. So this is actually something that I highly recommend for people with chronic illness who don't feel like having to go through all that stuff to have CBD oil and balm. And of course, I always have mine on my nightstand. It stays there all day, every day for me.
Yes.
So, but yes, that really kicked off my holistic journey with my illness.
Oh, well, so could you tell us a little bit more about specifically is it helping with your muscle spasms? Is it helping with the inflammation? I know that of course it is it's just a chronic illness that you have, but how is that helping? Or can you explain a little bit how that works for you in your day in, day out? Because it's on your nightstand.
Yes, it stays there. But I know it helps really calm down the nerves in my legs because I've experienced the worst relapses of with my MS journey involve my legs. So I have like permanent nerve pain there. So being able to massage it even just with the salve, I'm gonna pronounce that wrong, so please forgive me.
No,
Using this along with the oil, it helps calm my nerves down enough for me to relax, be able to go to sleep because sleep is so important when it comes to our body to help repair ourselves. So in order for me to relax, because if I don't, then I'm gonna be up all night. And it also helps with my muscle spasm, especially when I go to the gym, because I do work out. So that's another thing I'm adding to my wellness. So when I have those spasms, when I have something going on like that, I would take it. Even if I have it in the gym, I have it in my purse, I'll just rub it in and make sure, and I'll wait a second, it'll be gone, and I'm not going to leave. I'm just going to keep working out, doing what I got to do. But that's how good it helps me out with so much. So, yes.
Oh, that is amazing.
Isn't that amazing?
Yes. And I'm glad that you're finding relief in the healing consultant products. And then just to educate us, because, I'm not familiar with MS. I've heard of it, and I know that, it does plague the Black community, but I'm not sure of the signs or symptoms of it. So can you kind of let us know a little bit about it?
Oh, yes. So MS is an autoimmune disease where your immune system attacks your central nervous system and the covering around the nerves. And how I describe it to people is you think about a cord and you see like the covering around the cord is covering up the wires. With MS, it attacks that covering, so it exposes the wires, which will be the nerves. And if you don't, it eventually, if not treated well, it can then damage the nerves inside.
Oh.
So that's how I'll describe it, and it helps people understand. And honestly, I've heard a few different people have different experience of what led them to be diagnosed. But for me personally, I started having a hemifacial spasm where the right side of my face was going up, and a lot of people thought at that moment I was having a stroke. So I wasn't having no weakness or anything. It just looked like I was smiling with one side up, and we just didn't know what was wrong. And matter of fact, it was actually, I was switching from a pediatrician to an adult doctor because I was 17 and then I turned 18. So my pediatrician actually found out about the MS and sent me to a neurologist at the Medical University of South Carolina. And that's how we came to the diagnosis at that age. But apparently I've been dealing with stuff for so many years. It just now started manifesting, and that's when they were able to diagnose it.
Wow. Oh my goodness. I had no idea. And I always knew that there was nerve pain, but I wasn't quite educated in the actual autoimmune disease itself. So, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry to hear that, but I'm glad you are getting relief, which is the most important thing.
Yes, thank you so much. And I also want to say, I know the illness itself, when you describe it to people, it sounds so hard and like it's so brutal, like, gosh, why are you going through this? But it might be kind of weird to say it, but I actually found myself after this diagnosis. And this diagnosis actually benefit me in some point. And some, if you get what I'm saying, it brought me closer to God. I'll say that. It made me learn who I am in the process of going through all of this. I was able to find my voice. And as Auntie V said, I am an ambassador. I'm an activist, and I am a member of the South Carolina Government Relations Committee for the National MS Society. So I was able to find my voice to project it, to be like, hey, you know what? I go through this, and there's other people go through this, so we need this done. So it helped, even though it's an illness that no one wants to go through, but it helped me discover who Tara is. If you get what I'm saying.
Absolutely. Amazing.
Amazing.
Yes.
Oh my word. It's just, I am just overwhelmed with just your story and your journey. And it sounds like you are truly just helping others and bringing them up with you.
Yes.
Yes.
I encourage everyone who I get in contact with and say, well, I don't know what to do next. I said, well, first thing, especially with wellness, is do your research. I know doctors, I know they get paid for stuff they do, but sometimes doctors can be wrong.
Absolutely.
Like you gotta do your research. Like,
absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah. So,
and what about your advocacy work? How are you reaching out to your community? Because I know that you're doing it. Where are you doing it? How are you connecting these really, resources?
yes, well, I know it started mainly, of course, during COVID. So a lot of it at that point was virtual. Recently, last year, I was able to visit the Capitol in DC to speak with the Senate and the House for the state of South Carolina to tell them different bills that will benefit people with chronic illness that needs to be extended or needs to be expanded upon. And I will do the same thing again this year in March. I'll go back to DC. I also talk with different representatives within the state, just here at home, whether it's virtual or we go to the Capitol in Columbia, I believe in February, of this year to speak there. And I also go to different functions where I'm able to connect with other people with MS, as how I met on TV at the We Are Illmatic convention in Atlanta. I was able to meet her, and we met so many women of color, well, Black women there, who all were diagnosed with MS in all different walks of life, and being able to connect with them and tell them if they want to how they can do the same thing. I always tell them, let your voice be heard, like be loud. And like I can be loud because I have to be loud in my family, to be honest. So be loud and be heard, because they're going to hear it whether they like it or not. To me, that's what I think. But yes.
So I have a question. Because you were diagnosed so young, what would you say to another young person, or what motivation do you give to another young person? Because I am a school teacher, and I know how self-conscious a lot of our young students are, especially our young African-American students. So what would you say for a young person who now may have this diagnosis and they don't know what to do, or they feel isolated because, it's something that they're going through that friends may not completely understand? So what in words of encouragement would you give them?
Well, that's a good question. What I will say is, if they were to get emotional, that you're gonna cry about it. Because what I had to go through, I honestly went through grief counseling after my diagnosis, because you honestly grieving what the person you were before the diagnosis. And with MS being unpredictable, I would encourage them to try best not to stress, even though that's easier said than done. But try your best to remain calm. Try to make sure you get, of course, to a good doctor. Make sure they give you the treatment that you need. But know that there are people that are there. They're there to support you, to try to build, as we learned at the We Are Ill, try to build your table of your support system. Like whether it's your parents, your siblings, you have an aunt, uncle, grandparent that are there for you. That's be probably the people that you stick close to. And especially in school, with being with kids, kids can, like you said, kids can be kids. But don't let that deter you, because as I say, God always, there's a reason why you're going through this, because God has something great for you. So I would tell them to hold on to their faith, to, even though it looks hard, they are strong. Even if you go through pain, if you go through weakness or anything that MS throws at you, that it shall pass. So that's what I would say.
And I'm proud of you for not only acknowledging your journey, but then also speaking life into others, because that can be hard, especially when you feel ostracized. You don't feel like anyone else knows what you're going through. And, we're not necessarily seeing your battle, but you're feeling it. So I commend you, and I'm glad you were able to find your community to be able to have that shared experiences, because it's tough, especially, when we talk about our mother who essentially passed away from cancer. We didn't know how to support her because we didn't know what her body was going through. So it may be hard for friends and family to actually support you in the way that's needed, because we don't know necessarily what it feels like. So I commend you for speaking out, being an advocate, finding community, and also building your community, because it's very much needed.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you all so much for allowing me to tell my story and spread awareness for MS. So March is MS Awareness Month. So I say it's spread the orange, because that is the awareness color. And if you have any relatives or loved ones who have MS, give your support. Tell them that, look, I'm there for you, because it can get hard. But we'll just stick to it together as a unit, as my father would say.
Oh, that's right.
Yes. Oh, I can't thank you enough, honey, for dropping by and seeing me again.
Yes, anytime for you, Auntie.
Thank you, boo boo.
We're gonna have to talk later, because March, and then Ambassador, your product. She said that she likes it, so things are gonna work. We're gonna do.
We're gonna work. We're gonna be working, girl.
Yes,
You're gonna be we're gonna be spreading the love, spreading the joy, and educating people.
Yes, I'm all for it. I'm here for it.
it takes a community, honey.
Yes.
Yes. So people understand they're not alone.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
They're not alone.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
So if someone has questions or if they want to reach out to you or they'd like to follow you, how can they do that?
I don't know if anybody still does Facebook anymore, but I'm on Facebook, Tara Michelle Scheider. I'm on Instagram is Tara MS 7715. That is the day I was diagnosed, with July 7, 2015.
That's my birthday. You know that.
Oh my gosh. Oh wow.
We are so here.
Automatic connection.
Right.
Coincidence. That will mark 10 years since I was diagnosed. Oh my gosh.
Oh, we are so meant to. We started this journey in November.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
Yes.
So now I'm just like,
see.
But yes, you may follow me, message me if you have any questions about the illness, or you want any resources, or get in contact with anyone from the society, or any resource for MS patients. You can get in contact with me.
So I think we need to set something up for March where she can, bring her community and some others, and let's have a well informed discussion around MS and how TDS Radio, how Healing Wednesday and the Healing Consultant can help spread that message. How does that sound?
That sounds amazing. I'm there, whether you want me virtual or in person. Either one, let me know.
Wow. Well, because we know you travel.
Oh yes, I do. I do. The flights are already booked.
We already know you travel, honey.
Well, that's amazing. Well, we will definitely be in touch. On TV, we'll be in touch, and let's bring awareness to this. So, thank you so much, my love.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank y'all for having me. Thank you so much.
So happy to do it.
Good seeing you again, girlfriend.
Good seeing you too. Trust me, I'm gonna use those products tonight too. They will be used tonight.
Yes, absolutely. You know where to find me. TheHealingConsultant.com.
Oh, I already follow your Instagram. I got it pinned. I got the website in my bookmarks right there in my phone. I got it.
Yes, you know where I am, girl. Yes. Thank you.
Just click on her.
Love you, girl. We talk to you later. Yes. She is so cute, isn't she?
Yeah. So how does that make you feel?
I feel phenomenal. But you know what? That I told you when I went to the WRL, the women, phenomenal women. Phenomenal.
And then how does it make you feel as how you started your journey, why you created it, but to see that, there is someone who's like, this product works for me, and that, of course they're in chronic pain.
Yes. Well, that was part of the story. It was always part of the story because I understood that because I was going through pain because of my own, tragedies that I had in my life, my own trauma. So I understood that. I understood pain. I understood what that felt like. And I felt like if I could somehow just, bottle it up and see what worked, because I knew that worked for me. I knew CBD worked for me. And I was like, if I could just figure out a way to do it in a way that helps others, then I'm good.
Right. And
because I figured if it could help me, it can help someone else. And that's what it was about.
Absolutely.
Right. That's what it was about. I feel fabulous.
I'm so glad.
Because, because it's there. It's working. I can't say enough of that.
And if that isn't enough of a testimony to those of you out there who are suffering with chronic pain, I don't know what is, because it is amazing to hear that she has tried medication and she's tried other products, but your salve and your oil are the only thing that really got to the root of the problem and gave her the relief that she needed.
Well, yes, because we're talking about helping her with the root of the problem. The muscle spasms, because like she said, those pain receptors, they're there, and they're, like she said, it's that coating that's coming off of them.
Right.
And so it helps with that. It helps interrupt that pain system. That's part of what it does, and it helps with inflammation. It just helps with those nerve pain, with that nerve pain.
And that's amazing. And Jay says, she said, hi on TV. The order you sent me was packaged. The presentation was everything. I felt so special. And girl, that oil, woo.
Thank you, boo. Okay, you better put that on your dang social media.
We're gonna get her to do a testimonial.
All right, girlfriend. I'm so glad you got it. Doing the thing. I'm so glad you got it. Girl, you're talking to me like you mean it. Okay. Thank you, my love.
So, are we in the mood for a little messiness?
Of course we are.
Okay.
Of course we are.
That's right. So let's go ahead and
quick question.
Yes.
Is my headphone turned down?
No.
Dang it.
You can't hear, boo?
I am having all types of headphone issues.
How about this?
Well, Lord, he was nodding like he was good with
Can
it.
you hear that?
I was listening to Kim.
Headphone. Make it until you make it.
Yeah, no, I heard everything she said, but I was struggling.
Okay.
Can you hear now?
I can hear y'all now. Before I couldn't hear anybody.
Really?
Yeah, it was just like fuzz in my ear.
Oh man.
But that's why I had my headphone up, because I was able to pick it up through your headphones.
I thought it was a style you had going on there.
No,
I wasn't gonna say nothing. I mean, hey,
I was focusing. Literally,
you're a professional. I was like, okay.
No, I was focusing. I was locking in, because, to be completely honest,
Yes.
her story is amazing. And the one thing that it touches me always when I hear kids getting diagnosed with things at an early age,
I know, she was
because
18.
it's like, that's tough. You know what I mean? Because you already got your own insecurities,
Right.
but then now I got an illness that nobody's going to really understand unless they are actually feeling what she feels.
Right.
Yes.
So that stinks. And it's like the fact that she's like, you know what, I'm going to own it. And then now I'm going to not only own it, I'm going to help others, and then advocate, and then now figure out how I can get messages out. That's dope. That's what you want young people to do. I don't know how old she is, but she seems to be younger than me and you.
She's diagnosed 10 years ago. So
okay.
So what, like 28?
So she's 28. So that's dope. And to be active, I enjoy seeing people do things like that. Like that really, like, yeah, I'm rooting for you.
Yes. I'm gonna tell you, because when we met down in Atlanta, I mean, honey, that young lady showed up. I mean, she was. Oh no, she was on it.
Yeah,
she was on it.
That's what's up.
And I love the fact that she's also getting into advocacy and speaking out and taking the initiative, like she said,
yeah, that's
to
dope.
Get certain legislation in place to bring attention to it, because let's be honest, you're not going to pay attention to things like MS or, we were having a brief discussion about HS and things like that, these autoimmune diseases, because they're not visible.
Correct.
And because it's not really plaguing a certain community.
Well, and people think that it's subjective.
Mm-hmm.
And, and I think that's such a misnomer. Yes, it may be subjective, but it's your subjective.
Right.
Right.
Exactly.
It's quite concrete and objective to you.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
If it's yours.
Correct.
And I think that's what I think that is the issue.
Yeah.
Because and trying to the pain scale thing, or trying to deal with a chronic problem. Well, that's just BS. Because I could be sitting up here talking to you like I am now and be a 20.
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah.
Yes.
And that pain scale
And
got a
it's
lot of
just-
people hooked on drugs that
Yes.
they didn't need to be.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Isn't that kind of like how the whole opioid crisis?
Yep.
Absolutely.
That was the center of the
Absolutely. That was
opioid
the
crisis.
center of it. Because I can sit up here and just, be like, like Tara, and be in chronic pain. But and have a conversation with you, and then you're like, oh, she's fine because she's not,
Exactly.
she's fine. Well, no, I'm not fine.
Right.
That's the basis of it all.
Yeah.
And I think that is the basis of all of it. Because whether we're talking mental, illness, whether we're talking anxiety, depression, whatever we're talking about, that's pain.
Right.
That is pain.
Absolutely.
All of it. It doesn't have to be it doesn't have to be the physical, but it manifests itself that way.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Anxiety is a manifestation of it. depression is a manifestation.
Yes,
absolutely.
It is still pain.
Yes,
and that is what we're addressing. That's what I'm trying to help address. Is pain.
Yes, and the salve that she mentioned, we had talked about the 4 major properties that it addresses, which is the muscle spasms,
correct,
the pain and inflammation reduction, nerve pain relief.
Yes, especially for them, because I mean, who better to describe it than her?
Correct. Correct.
What it feels like.
And then also assist with mobility.
Absolutely.
Yes.
The soreness, the mobility.
Didn't we have somebody that said they rubbed it on their knee and they felt better?
Yeah.
Well, that was Malka. She was saying about her mom.
Correct. Malka, and it was from a sample size that she had, and she said she instantly felt better. So
she said no less than 5 minutes?
Yeah, that was it. That's a testimony that we gotta go get.
Oh no, we have it.
We have it? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's and it's the truth. It is the truth.
It is.
Yeah.
It most certainly is.
Because we've talked about that, the icy hot and and all that. And it still masks. Because don't get me wrong, camphor's good and menthol is great because that's their two. That's what they use, and they use hot, cold, But you can do that with ice, and a heating pad,
exactly.
And it truly does. It's an irritant, so it distracts your brain from the pain.
Gotcha.
But it's not addressing it.
No.
So that's why it's temporary, and that's why it doesn't. Why people are like, no, that's a mind game.
Right.
I mean, we're wrong. Menthol and camphor are fabulous.
Yes.
Don't get me wrong. Hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold. But that's old school.
It is.
If you're an athlete, you know that routine.
Yeah. Like you said, it's nothing but ice and then like a warm compress or a hot compress.
Or like I said, they do have menthol and do have camphor in it. But they're not. Only thing is those two are irritants. And what that does is that distracts you. Distracts the pain. But it's not dealing with the overall cause of it. It's not addressing that.
Right.
And CBD does that.
Yeah.
Boom.
Just that
like
simple.
so like that.
Yeah.
It's just that simple.
And it is just that simple.
It really is.
And you have a promo on the salve this month.
I do. The promo is buy our 900 milligram salve and get the little baby one free. Yes. That is through the month of January.
Yes, ma'am.
Because, honey, we talking about everybody getting out. Everybody,
listen,
honey, trying to do those New Year's resolutions, which is fine with me.
Right.
But you're going to have sore muscles. You're going to have those aches and pains. You're going to, this weather's messed up. Going out there in the cold.
Yes.
I'm just saying.
And like I said, ladies, believe me when I say when it is that time of the month and your cramps hurt so bad, between the oil, the roll-on, the salve, the lotion, get one of the 4. My suggestion would be the salve or the roll-on. And it is so much better than trying to take Advil, Midol, ibuprofen, any of that, because it really just takes all of that inflammation and pain and it just calms everything down. And like I said, it's almost instantly where you just feel like yourself again. So
it's the nerve endings. That's those pain nerve endings.
Yes.
They're just firing.
Because I'd be ready to jump off a damn building.
It's just firing.
Yeah. So do yourself a favor. Go ahead, get your salve so then you can get the smaller one for free. It could be your travel size or whatever it is you want to do, or a gift for a friend, and get out of pain because
pain shouldn't be permanent, honey.
There we go. Like that.
Right.
There we go.
And then for my athletes, definitely use the salve. And the reason why is because it helps with that inflammation. The key for a lot of your injuries and why they last is because the swelling is around that injury, or that the muscle is swollen, and you need to get the inflammation down as quickly as possible because recovery is key. That's what keeps you on the field and keeps you from continuing to get hurt and bruises and all that stuff. When you're going back out there with muscles that have not been relaxed, then now you're causing more damage. So the goal is to heal faster with the salve.
It helps accelerate that healing.
With the salve, you can heal faster.
It really does.
So good for like after you may take that shower, or even if you take an ice bath or something like that, rub that on.
Absolutely. Because think about it. Ice bath, just like your icy hot.
Right.
Hot, cold, hot, cold.
Right.
That's what it's doing. It's it's its own way of trying to deal with the inflammation that
Right.
inevitably is going to happen.
Right. Right.
But it's temporary. And, I would say for athletes, it's, you need to have an accelerated recovery.
Correct. Because what they push on athletes is to
Yes.
take painkillers.
Yes. And that just that's not addressing
Yeah,
the
and it's
issue.
not handling the problem at all. Where
It
we
is
can
not.
actually have a tool that you can use that will actually handle the problem directly.
Yes.
So like you're literally putting it on your skin at the spot that is hurting versus taking a pill and then waiting for it to get through your bloodstream to actually address the spot that is hurting. Now this happens. Anybody, if you go to thehealingconsultant.com and then listen to the testimonials or TikTok, you're going to hear people who have put this on and literally within minutes they can feel relief. So, it's worth the try, and especially if it's a buy one get one free.
Absolutely, because TikTok is Auntie V CBD. So
Yes.
go in and try. I mean, just
Try
look
it
at
out.
them.
Yeah.
Try it. Yeah,
Try
just listen.
I promise
to
You
people.
have a satisfaction guarantee, right?
I do.
Yeah. So what do you have to
I
lose?
do.
I promise you, if you try
I
it,
do.
you're not going to be like, man, no, this ain't work. You can feel it instantly.
And,
Yeah.
I
And
have
it
had
smells
no
amazing.
one.
As
Mhm.
soon
I
as
have
you
had
open it, it
no
smells good.
No one.
No one.
Everyone that I know that tries your product is like, this is
Because it
amazing.
works.
Mm-hmm.
Because it works.
Talk your shit on TV. Talk your
It
shit.
does.
You know?
Like I'm saying, it works.
Right.
I'm like, New Year's, stop around.
For real.
Because we all gonna have some issues.
Yes.
Let's get to it.
Yes. And like you said, even if it's not, necessarily a pain or injury, stress, your stress, depression, anxiety.
Stress and anxiety.
Yes.
I mean, my word. It can lead to a lot of other issues.
A lot of other issues.
Break you
A
down.
lot of other issues. Tara was
Mhm.
talking about, she's had stress and issues
Yep.
from the process of dealing with her MS and the whole diagnosis. Had GI issues.
Yes.
Had an ulcer.
Exactly.
That's stress.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we're not doing that
Stress.
in 2025.
We're so not.
No.
not.
Mm-mm.
We're talking about a holistic journey here.
Boom.
We're trying not to be doped up and to be,
No.
you gotta no.
Because like you said, we got to go to work. You still got to function.
We still got to go to work
we still got to function.
every day, all day,
Yeah.
because your life is going to continue.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You're just trying to do it a little better. That's
Just
what you're
a
trying to
little
do,
Just
Yeah.
a little bit.
and you got to. I mean, you got to.
Mm-hmm.
You got to. You got to. Because
Okay.
life goes on.